Life is about accepting the challenges along the way, choosing to keep moving forward and savoring the journey, because you can never touch your true potential until you challenge yourself to go beyond imposed limitations. I am Gufan Shaji, and this is People and Events. We start off with the highlights of this celebration, as Ekene Ndule tells us that turning 70 is considered a very important milestone in a person's life, and also a huge blessing, especially in these days where lifestyles have shortened longevity. For Rev William Okoye, his 70th birthday, which coincides with his 47 years in the service of God as a minister, is a time to count his blessings and give God all the glory.
The mood can simply be defined as electrifying, as the clergy, family, friends and associates gathered to celebrate what they describe as 70 years of impact. For 36 years, Rev William Okoye championed the campaign for national transformation, and even as he marks his 70th birthday, he still believes that Nigeria can be transformed if Nigerians adopt the right values and priorities.
Our greatest challenge in Nigeria is our distorted sense of value. And people think money is everything, material things are everything. No, but life is more than material things. Just like Jesus Christ said, the life of man does not consist in the abundance of things which he has. So what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world, lose your own soul? If you look at nations that have developed, these nations are driven by sound godly values. It's values that shape human progress. If we change, our orientation is changed, and we understand that life is all about service to God and humanity, this nation will be transformed.
It doesn't compromise and is always, satisfied with whatever, comes his way that God has blessed him with. It doesn't look for, blessings of people, maybe because of a particular position. Look at, the life, style he left when he was, in the villa, serving with integrity. And that is what, we are saying today. So I really want to thank God for his life. That is a man of integrity. He's a very humble, man. He's a man, that is just, there to serve the Lord.
We live in a generation where evil seems to overshadow good, where corrupt leaders hold the reins, and where honest men are a rare commodity. But in the midst of this darkness, Daddy, you stand out, you shine brilliantly as a beacon of hope, a real breath of fresh air. Honestly, whenever I hear you talk, I'm just like, that's my father. I'm so proud of your values. I'm so proud of the way you live your life and your
values. The profile of this gentleman presented an opportunity for the unveiling of his biography, which chronicles his towering personality, as aptly captured in what is titled as Call to Serve, a legacy of service with integrity. As expected, from the book review to testimonies by friends, the story of how Rev Okoye continues to touch many lives filled the hall.
The biography of Rev William Okoye, the General Overseer. Rev Okoye, popularly referred to as radio pastor in the early days of the development of Abuja in the 80s, is a man known for his uncommon character and integrity and passion for national transformation based on Christian values. These values are what Rev Okoye believes that will transform our nation, and all of us say amen to that.
It does not matter the situation. It does not matter how challenging your matter may be. If it is possible to do anything, at whatever risk, he will lead you to do that. Sir, at 70, you may not know how many people you have touched. I am one.
Somebody that doesn't wait for you to contact him before he comes to tell you the right thing to do.
In very, very dangerous times, when men like these are needed to tell the devil there are still people on ground.
We celebrate him because he's a man of integrity, somebody that can be trusted, somebody who remains solidly good in character, in courage, and in capacity.
But he's a wonderful father. He tried to look after us. I will not say these are my little children, but he calls us to know how you are doing. He's a very wonderful encourager. And sir, I am really blessed to have you. And I'm proud to say over and over again, there are so many people you meet in life. They either be a blessing or a lesson. He's a blessing all the way.
Gathered today to celebrate 70 glorious years in a man's life, but more importantly, 50 years of positive and powerful impact of a man's life on a nation and upon a generation, and we have come to glorify God, the God of Reverend Dr. William Okoye.
The ambience is one that readily captivates, from the sermon by Bishop Paul Nwachukwu, prayers for the celebrants, and musical performances which embody the essence of the celebrant and, of course, the occasion. Rev William Okoye is the General Overseer of All Christians Fellowship Mission and former chaplain of Asok Villa Chapel. He served under former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former President Goodluck Jonathan for 9 years.
Congratulations, Reverend, and may your days in God's vineyard be fully rewarded. We move on to the story of reunion as we see students of Government Secondary School Damaturu Old Students Association converge to ignite memories and seek new ways of impacting their alma mater. Let's hear more from Abdul Malik Hassan.
A long-time lost contact is re-established, and these old students of Government Secondary School Damaturu reignite the stories of the good old days. A platform for the likes of Dorothy Bello, who is meeting some of her colleagues for the first time in over 40 years.
Honestly, I feel so excited. You know, it's been a long time, because some of us, when I look at some of us, I just feel I should just shed tears, because when you look at the life of today and the former one, and when you see your colleagues after a long time like this, some of them, when you look at yourself, you just have to thank God.
Unity and unity of purpose. This is the main aim of this reunion.
Where that we even have a program that we created and called it Lean on Me, for us to assist, lift, bring up others and assist them.
I met somebody that I saw last 44 years ago, and he was the monitor of my class.
Even though, we have had cause to communicate on phone, we've not seen ourselves. He was sitting beside me, and I was asking, what of our monitor, will he not come? Only to be told that he's the one sitting beside me.
I'm really very happy, so excited that I'm meeting them, some of them after 44 years. This is the day we are seeing each other today. And this is a great thing in my life.
I've seen my juniors and I've seen my seniors even that used to give us their things to wash or make us to do frog jump or whatever. But it's exciting. Today we are here. I've seen my former school father. We have seen my school mommies and so on. So it's like we are yet back in the secondary school.
Dancing to a moment of unimaginable experience. The nostalgic moment was not without discussions on repositioning their alma mater for optimal performance.
We received good, rounded education.
A prospect, they say, make them what they are today.
Once we get enough form, we intend to go and improve the facilities of our former school. We have that plan, and we have a good succession plan to ensure that the association does not die.
Through visitations, through support, both educational and otherwise, and I think we are making headway in this direction.
Where we all graduated from should be seen to be our base. And by having a base, everybody, family, I repeat, has that in mind to go back to see what can be done to actually see that the place comes up in its proper place of livelihood.
It is indeed a joyous moment to reckon with for the old students, as prayers were offered for the souls of the departed amongst them.
We pray for continuous momentum to take government secondary school Damaturu to the next level. To this next package, some people were born great, some walk their way to greatness, and others are just lucky to have greatness conferred on them. For this 17-year-old multi-talented teenager, she seems to belong to the class of those born great. Born in India, raised in Nigeria, but he has won over 50 awards as well as multiple recognitions. Let's meet this teenager as Momso Damien Dati tells us more.
Relocated to Nigeria as a young girl with her family, Bathi has found exceptional identity in dancing. She is an artist, an environmentalist, and an aspiring engineer. My dream of visiting India came to near reality when I visited the home of the Parikhs, where I was treated to some Indian warmth and traditions. For me, it really felt like India in Nigeria.
Inakwana, Inagajia, Yayayali.
Not forgetting my mission, I got down to business with this exceptional Indian teenager, Bathi Parikh, a 200-level student of engineering telecommunications.
I did my secondary school here. Well, my dad is also an engineer. He studied the same course, and when I saw him working, I also want to be an engineer. Played some sports also, like basketball, volleyball, javelin. I've played them, but yet in school I tried everything basically. That kind of feeling when you go to a new country, you have a lot of questions in your mind. How am I going to survive? How are the people over there at my classroom? Everybody was so nice. They gave me a very warm welcome. As soon as I sat down, everyone came to talk to me. They were like, oh, how are you? I just felt like I was one of them. I had a little bit of difficulty catching up with my academics, but that was just for the first term. Second term, because with the help of my teachers and everybody, I was able to pick up. And living in SS3, I was the third best student.
From her first days in school, she appeared as a prize collector. At 17, She has over 60 awards and recommendations nationally and internationally.
First prize goes to Bharati Parikh.
Young and talented dancers Bharti and Manya.
First day of high school, like everybody welcomed her, and like it didn't take more than a week to settle her, and then she started liking this place, and everybody was very cooperative to her, including her teachers, her friends, and even the society also. Everywhere, wherever she needed any kind of mental support, people were there. Any kind of educational support, she used to get it from the school and from home as well. The day she admitted to the school, in the very first year she got so many certificates. So she has been working hard. She has been a very hard worker since her childhood. So when she came here, she picked everything very fast. Like the culture, in terms of education, it was totally different here, and the pattern of education was also different. But because of the support and motivation from her, so she has been doing so many activities along with the studies.
Her only sister, Jagrati, has so much to be thankful for.
Bharti, she's very nice to me. She's always playing with me. Anytime I call her, like, Bharti, let's go play, she'll be like, okay, let's go. She's always nice. And anytime I ask her, like, can you help me with these studies? She'll be like, okay, let me finish mine. And once she's done with hers, she'll help me with mine. She helps my mom cook.
Sumitra Parikh, Bharti's mother, is gradually becoming indigenized and becoming indigenous in creating recipes with Nigerian agric produce.
The taste is also different in the market.
I can attest to her special skills after tasting some of her specials. With Irish potatoes, for instance, she has created over 20 different snacks laced with Nigerian spices and Indian tea to go with.
Potatoes, then we peel it properly, and after the peeling, we slice it, put in hot boiling water, add some salt, only 4-5 minutes, put on the gas, and after remove this water and spray it in the sun. Yes, it's completely dry, then we store it.
Nigeria is a wonderful place, ma'am. Means this is the country, we can say, rich with resources. You name it and you have the resource here. In terms of natural resources and rich in terms of culture. And there are so many languages I heard.
They say living in Nigeria has been easy, a home away from home.
I love Nigeria. The people, of course, they are friendly, the way they are warm welcome, everything, and they don't treat us like an outsider.
Thanks to Nigerians and Indians' shared value of hospitality.
Indeed, Mom. So some persons are born great, and I believe there's more to conquer out there for this talented 17-year-old. Before we go, we see this movie by Jim Ike, Bad Comments, a fast-paced fusion of drama and thriller with a blend of momentary comedic relief. Inspired by true life events, it mirrors the life of celebrities and how their careers can be at the mercy of propaganda circulated by social media trolls. Let's see this.
You found me on Twitter. You found me on Instagram. You found me on Facebook. Your comments. Your 5 hate-filled comments.
Nollywood kicks against cyberbullying in a new blockbuster titled Bad Comments. Award-winning actor Jim Ike, who doubled as the film's lead and executive producer, arrived at the Abuja premiere in grand fashion.
It was very important for me to tell a story that I think anybody can resonate with. The common denominator is just from the humanist angle, where people can see a movie, relate to it, find themselves in it, and begin to question their responsibilities to one another. It's a satire, if you will. It's a tongue-in-cheek portrayal of that ecosystem and the actors in it. I wanted everything, every minute detail amplified, so people will begin to understand the impediment that the social media space is weighing very heavily on our psyche, on our mental health. Now, the reasons that we don't talk about it well enough, we don't converse about it. Every time you speak up about your mental health, you're deemed weak. It's become kind of culturally cool to project hatred and cruelty on this platform. I think it's wrong. To entertain and educate at the same time, it's a fine line, really. So it took a certain specialty, and I think that's where I really doffed my hat to Moses. We had a conversation, we understood the assignment, but then how to balance it, that precarious thing, that thing that conveys a certain message through satire, through a certain brand of humor, was what we had to be very careful about. I wanted to just create something that will get people to think, get people to react, get people to have a conversation, and by all means change the narrative.
A star-studded cast including Osas Eodaro, Sharon Oja, and Young John brought to life the film's unique take on mental health in a social media age. This film also marks the second major project for director Moses Inwang.
A lot has happened on social media, a lot of bullying, a lot of misrepresentation, a lot of fake information, fake stories. We felt like this was the time to put out, to tell the story. When I told Jim about the story, he simply fell in love with it, and he started bugging me like, we need to shoot that film. We expect to see this movie break records, especially box office records. We also expect it to break boundary records. We want to see this movie go across shores. We want to see our movies, do well in other countries, on other platforms, on international platforms. So yeah, that's why we're making films like this. We've made a film like this to also enlighten people on what cyberbullying, how cyberbullying can affect, victims. So it's a mixture of everything, entertainment and enlightenment.
Early 2019, Jim called and said, Joe, I would like you to be part of the production for Bad Comment. I said, okay, you know what, let's go all out. Have most of the international cinema points in the United States and around Europe, sign up for Bad Comment. Production was beautiful. The movie was shot here in Abuja and in Lagos. It was star-studded. As production was going on in America, Times Square, it was being advertised already. So Bad Comment was already being anticipated in the United States, even before post-production. We had a lot of support, for this movie to happen, and I'm very glad that it's a blockbuster already.
Reviews for Bad Comments appear to be unanimous, with audiences praising the film's fast-paced fusion of drama and thriller, as well as a groundbreaking performance from its leading actor.
Jamak is not only a household name, it's a global name, and we're so proud to be associated with his success. This movie is one that will take the Nollywood industry to another level.
From what I've seen about this movie, Bad Comments, it's a bomb. It's another trophy for us.
In its opening weekend, Bad Comments made an impressive box office debut of over 12 million naira and is expected to premiere across major cities in Nigeria, select locations in West Africa, Europe, and North America.
Lovely movie right there, as you may agree with me that there's quite a lot of ills going on the social media. But to change this narrative, you and I must participate in this change agenda. Don't just say things on the social media, but be deliberate in being a positive change agent. I am Gufan Shaji.